up, guys? You already know this your girl. You already know I'm late. Make sure y'all follow me on my YouTube channel. Hey guys, this your girl Cheryl, aka Lala, as most people call me. Let me walk y'all into Lala creation. So here today, I'm going to show y'all the new Htvront tumbler press, and I'm showing you everything that you're going to need. You're going to need your tumbler. You're going to heat some heat tape, your image, some gloves because it's hot. It come out smoking hot. Your image. What else you need? Your gloves, your tape, your image, and your tumbler. And the alcohol to wipe it down. Make sure there's no prints or no oil or anything on it. So yeah. So let's get right on into this. So now we're gonna unbox it and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And I did pick the color to match my heat press because I do know, if y'all been following me, y'all do know I have the HTV Run Auto Heat Press as well. So I wanted to get the tumbler to match because the tumbler, it does come in white along with the heat press. You can get white or you could get this color blue. Since I had the heat press already in that blue, I figured why not get the tumbler heat press in it. So I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to go. And really it's literally 4 steps. It's basically the same steps as it is for the auto heat press. You're gonna you press the button to hold to turn it on, and then you have the 2 buttons for temperature and one for timing, and then on the other side you have the buttons to turn it up or turn it down. But one thing that I do like is if you hold it when you're doing the time or the when you're setting it for the time or the temperature, if you hold it without moving your finger, it goes up by 10. So to go, if you just do it like it goes like 5, 10, 15, 20. So if you just hold it, it moves by 10. So it actually, get you to where you need to go quick. So I did all that. And I do like it is really not hot. The out surface is not hot at all. So that's a plus, especially if you have kids. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm going to wrap my tumbler and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting a piece of tape on the outside. I don't do this on all my tumblers when I'm doing it, but certain tumblers, just so I don't get that line, to make sure I don't get that line. Because you all know when you sublimate, if you want to have a little, like you kind of want it where, with me, I do like a little tiny little overlap, and I put the tape there on that part. So even though with that little overlap with that tape, when they press, it's not gonna go. I'm not gonna get that double image through it. The actually the ink is gonna basically go on the tape, and you still want to make sure you use heat resistant tape. And oh, I forgot to tell you. So the tumbler, it actually comes with some brown tape. That's brown tape, brown, goldish brown yellow tape. It comes with a pair of gloves. It's the regular heat gloves, which is they're red, and in the menu. That's it. So they do give you some gloves and they give you some tape. The tape I don't use at all. I never really care for the tape. I did have, I'm not gonna lie, I did have some yellow goldish brown tape, whatever color that is. I did have some that's really good, and it got mixed up with a bunch of the other tape. I have like, I have bundles and bundles of that. When I tell you bundles and bundles, they got mixed up, and sometime it one of the tapes that I did use, when I after I pressed my mug, I did a regular mug. After I pressed it, it left the yellow stains on the mug, because they do have tape that's not heat resistant. That's the same. So you have to know to make sure you get heat resistant tape, but just not regular the regular tape. And I think that's what happened. It got mixed up, so I don't know which is which. So I just stay away from it. So here I'm just taping it up. I this People have asked me where did I get this from. I actually got this off of Amazon. I don't have. I used to have the affiliate links and all that. I don't. I can't be bothered with all that. That's just too much. I'm gonna try to get back into that eventually. But you can purchase it off of Amazon. I think it was like under $10, and it is perfect. You just put it in, put your cup in there, squeeze it, and it helps you keep it tight and tighten it. So with this auto heat press, I'm still gonna do my way. I'm gonna make sure I tape around my edges, the bottom edges, the top edges, everything. And what you see me here cutting, so I always make sure I leave a little bit. So when I wrap it and then I go across the top and then I cut it down. Take your time. Don't rush. There's no rush. We not racing nobody. You don't want to mess up. These things is expensive, so you do not want to mess up. Take your time. Don't let nobody rush you. So as I was saying, I do use my tape. A lot of people is you. If you feel you could use one piece of tape and you good and you don't get no ghosts and none of that, hats off to you. But me, I'm gonna make sure that I don't get no ghosting and things like that. So I'm gonna make sure I wrap around the top of my tumbler. I'm gonna make sure I wrap the bottom of my tumbler. And I'm gonna make sure I also tape down the seam where my tumbler at. And I'm gonna tape it, I'm gonna rub it in to make sure that the tape is there. That's just me. Everybody do this different. Like I said, you don't have to do it. I'm do what works for me. And it's another thing, you know, I'm doing this video for me, not just for me, but for you guys also. I'm not I purchased my own tumbler. So it's not like I'm getting paid for anything. Just I actually like the tumbler. I use it and I really like it and you will see. But what I did was I did a full image around the cup because I seen many people did videos on this and actually they didn't do like a full image around the whole tumbler. A lot of people, so of course you're not gonna see a perfect tumbler where if to make it make sense, you're not gonna see a tumbler that have a design all the way around because some people did it where the design is only like one spot. The cup is white, so you wouldn't be able to really see ghosting and things like that. So I want to do it so you can really see how the tumbler is. And it recommends the tumbler do recommend. I'm gonna come back and pick the time. But I got mine for I put it at three. I mean, yeah, I put it at 390. No, 375 for 120 seconds. It recommends you to do from I think 370 to like 390. From 120 minutes to 140 minutes, something like that. So I did everything like in between. And now, as you see, I'm just gonna put a piece of a butcher paper, put it wrap a piece of butcher paper in it, and then I'm going to slide my tumbler inside the mug press, right? And I just put a piece of tape and the thing because I didn't have a pen or marker to mark because even though it closed all the way up, but it's a tiny, like I mean a very tiny, tiny piece that's open. So I seen a lot of people that didn't notice that. So when they took it out, they said, "Oh, it left ghosted or it left the line." It didn't think. And I also seen people after the first press finished, they did a 360 and press it again. I don't want to do a whole 360 and press it again because I think I think the tumbler will burn because it actually covers the whole tumbler except for a tiny little line. So what I'm gonna do once it stopped, it open, I'm gonna do the 360, but I'm not gonna press it for the whole 120 seconds. because it's just a tiny little spot. But I am gonna press it probably not even half, like half of that time, because it doesn't need that much. And then we're gonna see how that turn out. So as you see, I just want to show you. So you hit the button and then it closed. And then it's just like the heat press. Once it's done, it's gonna automatically open and then you're done. So this is one thing that I do like about the auto presses, guys, is less work. You don't have to like struggle with like handles and turning knobs and things like that. Yeah. So like I said, this is the tape that came with it. I really, really do not use none of this type of tape. You might see me use it on the outer side of like stuff design. Like say if I wrap after I wrap my tumblers, and then sometime I would, if I do a shrink wrap, then I would wrap the butcher paper or something on it. And then you would see me like use some of the yellow tape. But for the foremost, I try not to let that yellow tape get nowhere near anything that I'm pressing, like my cups and things like that. Keychains, my air fresheners, all those type of things. I try my best to make sure. But yeah, so I'm just showing y'all, it's counting down. As you see, as I told you, I had it on 375 for 120 seconds. See, for me, that's a lot because I never had a tumbler press. I had a mug press that I was able to do my tumblers in the mug, which I still will be doing it. But yeah, so I'm just trying to show you. It's literally tells you the different settings for the different types of, whether you're using a glass, you're using metal, so it tells you like the different temperatures for which one that you're using. So now it stopped, and like I said, I'm not gonna press it again for the whole 120 seconds. No, we're not gonna do that. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna turn it, and then I'm gonna press it back for, like I said, probably about 40, probably like 46, about 60 seconds. 45 to 60 seconds. So I'm just examining because I can really see the design, and I'm debating, like I'm really, really debating. Like, should I just go ahead and press it, or just go ahead and take the risk and just open it? Because like I literally see my design popping through the paper. You can see it through the paper. But like I said, that one little line, I don't want to take the chance and it didn't supplement. Because like I said, I did my design so to wrap around the entire tumbler. You know what I'm saying? The entire tumbler. So we're gonna see. So I'm just, like I said, we're gonna redo it for, well, not redo it, but we're gonna do that other side for about 45 seconds, something like that. So yes, like I said, guys, make sure you have your gloves because it's really hot. It's hot. And then once you get it, once your tumbler, your mug is done, you want to take it out. You want to make sure when you take it out, you want to set it on something that you know that's not going to get damaged. So like if you have a small little pillow, heat pad pillow, use that to set it on. I had a table, then I set mine on top of the parchment paper, and I'm gonna let it cool off before I unwrap it. So while that's cooling off, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. For a minute, it was throwing me off because I was pressing the button, and it seemed like it didn't want to turn off, and I couldn't understand it. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want to just unplug it because it's still on. I want to turn it off, and then unplug it. So that's what you see me here. I'm pressing the button, but I don't know what it was. It would not, it seemed like it did not want to turn off. And then I went and did it again, and then I pressed the button. I double pressed it, and then that's when it actually went off. But when I was pressing it, I was holding it, because most things, when you, like, when you press it, when I pressed it the first time, nothing happened. So then I said, okay, maybe I have to hold the button. So I was holding it, like holding it down. So as I was holding it down, it still didn't go off. So I'm like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? But then when I held it down, like I really held, double, like double tapped it, it went off. So yeah. In the meantime, you can see the colors coming through, and we letting it cool off. So as like I said, I was trying to figure out what was going on, and if I found, when I did the double press, it went off. Then I unplugged it, and another thing, it does automatically shut off in 15 minutes if you're not using it. It will shut off on its own, just like the heat press. It will shut off on its own if you're not using it. And what, like I said, what I do like about them, especially you have kids, the outer surface does not get hot. And kids like to run around and things like that. So you don't have to worry about them burning themselves. Just pay attention. So now I'm just gonna unwrap it and reveal it. And then I want y'all guys to leave your comments down below. Let me know what y'all think about it. Do you think the heat press was worth it? The heat press was actually one. I got it for 189, and that was still on sale, because they had the Black Friday, and then the Cyber Monday, and then also the Htvront, on their original website, they also had deals going on. But I got mine before the Black Friday, before the deals and all that. So I still actually got it for what it was saying for the deal. So I don't get that. I don't know what's going on with that. What was that about? Because it was still the same price. That 189 was the same price that it was for the Black Friday, 189. So I don't know. So just be careful. And you do have people that do have like links where you can use their discounts and things like that. Me, I didn't do that. Um, call it what it is. I'm not getting nothing off of it. So, and if you call it how you want to call it, like, no, I reached out, nothing. So it is what it is. So here is the mug, like I said, and I did it all the way around. I'm just examining it, and it's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. So I'm just looking at it. Like I said, I'm trying to see, and yeah, it came out beautiful. Really came out beautiful, guys. So, like I said, y'all leave your comments down below and let me know what y'all think about it. Um, yeah, and I love y'all guys. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Later. Now y'all know I couldn't just let it end like that. I had to come back and give y'all some up close shots of it. So, like I said, y'all guys, y'all leave your comments down below. Let me know what y'all think of it. So, like I said, I love it, love it, love it. Y'all guys, let me know what y'all think. I'll meet y'all down in the comments. Come on, guys. I'm telling you, I'm feeling that. But like I said, if you cannot get it, you can also use a air fryer, and you can also use a convenient oven as well, that can do the same thing. Long as you have your sublimation, you're good to go. All right, guys. Thank you for rocking with me. Later.